and they urinated in the bathtub and crapped in the bathtub, and they used a bleach bottle to take the crap and throw it out the window. It was all on the side of the house.
So it was like a
scoop? The landlord would go, it's not only the bathroom. You need siding, buddy. You got shit all over the side of the house.
Oh, my God.
I've never seen anything like that. Believe it or not, that was Central Islip.
That's gross.
I worked a lot. I worked in Central Islip, over by Wallbounds, the warehouse over there.
Yeah, I know right where that is, off of Lowell Avenue.
Yes, it's gone now.
Yes.
They tore that shit down, but
it's another. It's some other warehouse now.
Yeah, it's nasty. Let me tell you something. It was back. My wife used to tell me, you know what? Before you come in the house after work, undress in the backyard.
Yep. I used to be a volunteer for Central Islip Hop Hog Volunteer Ambulance. I mean, not ambulance, the fire department. My mother was a volunteer for the ambulance. And she'll tell you, if she was still alive, God rest her soul, she could tell you stories about going into Carlton Park and having to pull cockroaches out of people's ears because the place is just so dirty and things of that nature that, yeah, it's disgusting.
I worked in all the nice neighborhoods, Central Islip, Bayshore, Roosevelt, Wyandanch.
Yep. Fun.
All the good neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the good old days.
Yeah, well, I can believe me. I can tell you stories like I was a police officer. I mean, I've been in houses where when I came outside to leave, you couldn't leave because the neighborhood had yellow tape around it. You couldn't leave. There was a shooting, or there was this, or the cops. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
It kind of sounds a little. It kind of sounds a little like Central Islip.
Yeah, well, Central Islip. I worked Central Islip like. Let me tell you, that was one of my places. That's where I spent a lot of time in Central Islip. And just so you know, the Wallbounds warehouse, I worked there for 9.5 years.
Did you?
Yep.
Well, then if you were a security guard, you'll remember me. I was one of those little punk kids that always climbed the fence until you guys come running, and then I'd run. So they had the sensors on the fence, so I would just sit there and climb the fence because the sensor could tell the difference between you climbing the fence and you kicking the fence. So I would climb the fence, I'd hang halfway up, wait to see the security guards come, and jump down and run.
So you live pretty close to the distribution center, huh?
If you walked out of the front gate of the distribution center, went to to Lowell Avenue, made a right, went to the train station, and made another right, went to that 7-Eleven that was right there on the left.
Oh, I used to go to the 7-Eleven all the time.
That was my neighborhood. We hung out standing in front of that 7-Eleven all the time.
You guys haven't met yet.
No. Right up the road, you had that deli and then the body shop right there, which is now a car rental place. I used to work at that deli.
I worked at Wallbounds warehouse in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's how long ago.
Long time, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe it last time I was at it. They took it down. That was wicked. Gone. So much.
I heard it was taken down. I haven't, since I moved down here 14 years ago, I haven't been back.
It's gone. There's some kind of other super distribution center type thing there now. It's not Wall Bombs anymore, but it's another distribution center. Yeah.
Yeah, those days were unbelievable. Oh, my God.
We can get into some stories about, about some Long Island shit, huh?
Yeah.
There's plenty.
Well, look, I heard it changed. I heard Long Island changed dramatically since I left. But
it has. I was just up there, man. It's not a nice place to live in still. You know.
My daughter's like, she's 18. She's like, we should move back to New York. I was like, Sheena, you moved down here when you were 4 years old. What do you remember about New York?
Yeah. Yep.
You don't know anything about New York. You move up there now? Forget about it.
I just moved up there. Like I said, we just moved up there, and we had Felicia and Angela up there with us, and I mean, they loved it. It was an experience time in a lifetime. Felicia was able to get on her bicycle and ride her bicycle into the city, on the train, cross Brooklyn Bridge, and the parks underneath there, the bicycle park under the bridge, and so I mean, they had a really good time. But as far as living there and making a life there anymore, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I got friends of mine up there. I can go up there and do pretty good, but I want nothing to do with it.
Well, that's why I wanted out of Florida, because I see Florida's becoming a little New York.
It's a little Long Island for sure, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the taxes are going up. When I first moved down here, my taxes on the house were like $900 a year. Now they're $4,500.
Yep.
Homeless insurance was like a little over $1,000. Now it's almost $5,000.
Yeah.
And they're building all over the place. It's just, I'm out of here. I want out of here. I'm sick of Florida.
I don't blame you, man. I want to go out somewhere where I ain't got neighbors for 40, 50 miles. You know what I mean? Got to take a four-wheeler to go get the mail.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind that. That's one of the reasons I'm moving up to Georgetown in South Carolina, because you can have property, you can be on the water, you know, and everything is like still cheap. People are a little, you know, they don't want to be bothered with anybody else. I don't, you know, when I want to socialize, I'll socialize, but I don't need people like in my face all day long.
Yep.
Even where I live here, everybody's got an acre or better, but you know, it's still ridiculous for me anyway. So
yeah, I agree with you, buddy.
So tomorrow you got a comedian on, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow we got a comedian. His name's Philip Galinsky. He was one of the voices for one of the characters on the video game Grand Theft Auto. He's got a boot camp that he does up there in New York, Manhattan area. And they get people ready for reality TV shows. So this ought to be interesting. I've got the link.
Kidding.
Yeah, I got the link up there on the website. We updated the website, put a calendar on it, and it's got all this information.
That sounds funny. A reality TV show boot.
So when are you going to go to streaming live?
What do you mean, streaming video?
Streaming video.
I have my mechanic, Mike the mechanic, is right now working as we speak on some camera mounts for the two cameras that we do have. So it's going to happen very soon. Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah. It might not be live during the show, but we're going to get it up there after the show. So I'm sure.
Well, you don't even have to have it full time. You just at least clips of.
I'm sure I'm going to have to do some editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course you got to do that. Without a doubt, you got to do that.
Yeah, especially with Tia here, you know what I mean? She's not going to want, you know, certain things up on the internet and stuff like that. She's looking at me like, what'd I say? What'd I do? But,
well, it's good to see that Michael Minority's calling and participating. Let me tell you one thing about Michael. He is sharp.
yes.
Okay, I mean,
Yes.
he is the medical marijuana attorney of Florida.
Absolutely. I agree with you there, buddy. I
He's
110%
good
agree.
people. He
Yep.
really is good people.
110% agree with you there. The man is unbelievably knowledgeable about what he does, and I got to respect him for that, because he's not one of those ones to jump into a conversation and talk shit about something that he don't know what he's talking about. So,
Well, you know, when he posted earlier about the police knocking on the door, can we talk to you?
yeah.
You know, I even replied on his Facebook. I know something a little bit about this, and he knows. I mean, that's exactly how it happened with me.
Yeah.
And they knocked on my door, and then next thing you know, they're basically violating my rights, and that's why in 2012 they threw it out, because in Florida, just down here they don't think people have rights a lot of the times.
Well, they know they have rights. They just don't care, because they have a gun, they have a badge, and they think that oversees or overrides your rights. It's amazing what happens when you give a normal human being a gun and a badge, where they take that power to.
I'd like to know who hires some of these people. I mean, it's amazing that there's so many officer-involved shootings down here in Florida.
Oh yeah, yep.
I mean, all right, so in New York you got a chokehold, they choke them, but down here every other couple of days it's an officer-involved shooting.
Yep.
And people are dead.
And an innocent dies, yes, but the officer never gets in trouble for it.
Never.
Yep. It's horrible.
It's just, it's unbelievable. Especially, I got to tell you something. Especially here in Palm Beach County, a guy. I know of a case last year where a guy called the police. There was somebody on his property. They came, and it ended up the guy that called the police was shot dead. You know, and nobody got charged. I mean, no police officers got charged. They said that the officer said, what they all say, he feared for his life.
Yeah.
So he shot. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's really, it's just amazing.
So now,
they shouldn't be so scared.
Right, exactly. What are you afraid of? You're the one with the gun and the badge. So if we go around and we start shooting cops because we fear for our life, is that justifiable?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know, because I'm scared.
Unfortunately, these kind of cops, these barbaric cops that commit not the cop. It's not the cop that violated somebody's civil rights. It's not the barbaric cop. It's the good cop that gets shot by somebody else.
Oh yeah, because of that barbaric ass.
You know, that's what bothers me. I mean, I have no problem with, you know, if a cop is beating somebody or whatever, and that person does what he has to do. But, you know, it's the cop that stops somebody.
Yep.
He gets shot in the face, and, you know, he didn't do anything wrong. It's just that people hate, you know, what goes on so much that when it comes time for them to be in the face of a cop, you know, some of these guys, they take it out.
Yep. I think a lot of them get that gun, get that badge, and they say, okay, now I'm going to get revenge for everything that anyone has ever done anything to me, or I don't know where the mentality comes from. I really don't. You know, I know here in Hernando County, these guys walk around like they are some kind of gods, and God forbid you try to.
I can even see a glow.
Yeah, you can't even have a normal conversation with them because they're so cocky and so thinking they're above you that I'll try to put up a conversation, and then when I get that I'm cocky and I'm better than you attitude, I will slam them down so fast, cut their knees right out from underneath them, bring them back down to reality, and let them know that they are only human just like me, and that I can hurt their feelings just like they can do anything they want to me. I can do anything I want back.
We've had our own interaction, I will say this, over the last couple of years, a couple of times with them, and I'll tell you what, I just stay away from them now. I don't trust most of these guys.
I don't blame you there. I don't blame you there. I'm at the point now, though, where I've been bullied so much by the police that it's time for me to push back now.
See, and then that's harassment, but who's going to stop it?
That's why you got to talk shit, buddy.
Damn right. Damn right. And I have every intention on pushing back when it comes to what's going on with my case and everything that we've got going on. They have no idea how much heat that I'm going to bring on them.
Well, you know, one of Michael's strategies is brings in the news media to a case.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And,
absolutely.
Just like with Jeffrey Kennedy, who's not your brother.
Right.
I mean, let me tell you, he was the first medical marijuana case that won in Palm Beach County, and every news agency over here was on that one.
Yeah.
Thanks to Michael.
Yep.
You know, so when it comes time for yours, I'm sure, you know, Normal will be there. Every news agency will be there. It'll be in the newspapers, the whole 9 yards.
Well, I hope so. I'll be honest with you. I think Bay News 9 and Channel 10 and all of them, they're a little afraid of Hernando County Sheriff's Department and all of that. So I'm not too sure if they're going to work with us or not.
Yeah, it seems like on the West Coast up there, a little northwest, it seems like it's a little more backwards than down here. I guess maybe because there's so many New Yorkers down.
A lot of politics.
Palm Beach County.
Yeah, a lot of politics go on here when it comes to the news and things like that. For the Hernando County Sheriff's Department, they have a woman. Her name is what the hell is her name now? Jesus, Denise Mahoney. All right, she is the spokesperson for the Hernando County Sheriff's Department. If you have ever been to any one of these scenes and follow the news and seen what's going on, and then you've read her report, you can plainly see that it is so far from the truth that it is pathetic. So there again, people, I beg you, please do not take anybody's word for it unless you see it for yourself.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, guys, go do your thing. I got some work to do. I have some contractors coming, finishing up, and I'm listing my house tomorrow to get the hell out of Florida. I'm sick of it.
Good deal, brother. Good deal. We'll talk to you soon. All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
That was JB on the line.
So you guys are from the same neighborhood?
Pleasure to have JB. Huh?
So you guys are from the same neighborhood?
Might as well be. We're all from up there. I don't know about the same neighborhood. He worked in your hood. He worked